I really liked it. You know, because the acting was great, the story was good, the writing was tight. You know, I mean, having Matthew Lillard there and his issues with what happened to Matt King's wife, and you know that his connection to the real estate developers.
Yeah.
There's so many layers.
Yeah.
And that's what I really like. I think
I like
the
how
interconnectivity.
Right. I love exactly. I like how all the plot points intersect.
Yeah.
You know, the whole decision of whether to sell the land, the complication with him and his daughters, and then you know his discovery that his wife is cheating on him, and like the fact that she's in a coma.
Yeah.
So anything he wanted to do to like let it out, you know, it's hard. You can see the frustration that he can't even like say to her face what he's saying, and he lashes out at her when she's like there, you know, unconscious and she can't do anything, and it's not a type of scene you see often in a drama.
Yeah, and I like also the fact that they did it in Hawaii.
Yeah.
I think putting it in Hawaii, separating it from the mainland US, gave it more personality. You know, and like that conversation that George Clooney had with one of his cousins, I forgot which one, where he said, you know, we're as howly as which is basically American compared to the natives. But they do have Hawaiian blood in them.
Yeah.
So they had to take that into consideration when making their decision, what they owed their great-great-grandmother.
Yeah, for me, it's really a mood piece. It's a type of movie that I'd like to watch on a Sunday afternoon matinee, and just steady.
Yeah.
It's steady, although you know there's a lot of conflict, emotional conflict here, but
I like the fact that it's smart.
Yeah.
It's not stupid.
Oh.
You know, and you come to expect that from Alexander Payne
Oh
movies.
yeah, definitely.
And George Clooney movies, because like Ides of March was a heavy drama.
I haven't watched it yet, so
yeah, that's a heavy drama, and it was Ryan Gosling was carrying that film. Here, it's really centered on George Clooney.
Yeah, it's really Clooney.
And this is also a drama, but it has elements of comedy every so often.
Yeah,
especially when Sid shows up.
Sid shows up.
Yeah, and you know the conflict with his daughters, dealing with his daughters.
Yeah, even aside from Shailene Woodley's hotness, she was amazing here. She was a good actress. She really played off well against Clooney. You know, and really, when you think about the crux of the movie is their relationship. Yeah. More than anything else. Yeah. You know, exactly. And she plays well off against him. You know, she doesn't seem intimidated by George Clooney, right? Yeah. And yeah, it's I do like this movie. I just can't say that I love it the way I loved Up in the Air. Up in the Air, it still had the same. It had the trademark George Clooney suaveness that you tend to look for. But in Up in the Air, it also shows his vulnerability. But here, it's all vulnerable all the way for George Clooney here.
I think like I told you earlier before we went on cam, Up in the Air kind of started slow for me. While here, immediately it throws you in, boom, she's in a coma. This is the problem.
Yeah.
So that's what I like. And I think that's why I really like this also, is because it's not suave Clooney.
Yeah.
It's vulnerable dad trying to make ends meet with his daughters while also handling these issues of the family and the land. Yeah. I think that's why it's a pretty tight race between those two for me as far as these Clooney movies. But I really, really like The Descendants. So for me, you ask me a grade, dude, I give this an A right now.
Wow.
I give this an A.
Okay.
You know, I mean, like I said, I've seen some of these nominees for Best Picture Oscar. The Artist will probably win because it's been getting so much recognition from the Golden Globes, from the BAFTAs, and the gimmick of being a silent film. Yeah. The homage of Jean Dujardin and Michel Hazanavicius to silent cinema. But if you want a movie that has subplots and the writing and the everything, I think it should be The Descendants.
I'm gonna give this for now a B. I like it, like I said, but I just don't think it's up there yet with About Schmidt or even Sideways, which two movies that I really love. Well, I'm probably eventually gonna view it again though, because I did enjoy it. There were those moments I really enjoyed. I enjoyed this confrontation with what's his name? What's Scooby Doo?
Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard. I like the
Brian
interaction.
Spear. Brian Spear.
I like that. I like the conflict with the daughters, and even the part with Sid and Robert Forster. So those are fun bits. I guess it just didn't make a big entire whole for me right now. So we'll see there. Yeah. Well, I have to watch The Artist. I'm gonna see what everyone's raving about. But my suspicion here is that at the very least it should win best adapted screenplay. Great script.
Yeah.
So we'll see. All right. So next we'll be reviewing Safe House. See you then.
Call me if you find that you have something to say, and I'll tell you, I want you to know it's a little fucked up that I'm